to wrap things up here tonight, there is one final kit that we got to review here, and that is actually one where I got to interview the designer for, which
Yeah.
I'll put a shout out to them at the end here. But this is the Sioux Falls City's Pathways kit. Now, if you know me, you follow the show, you know there's one thing that I love. That's bright, that's colorful, that's fun,
Mhm.
and there's a meaning behind it. This kit checks all of those boxes. Don't have a collar, but you know what? It don't
It's,
matter.
it
This
still
thing
has
looks
an
really
interesting
cool.
color. It doesn't have the color, but has interesting.
Yeah, because it's
Um,
Capelli. Because
it
they
has
do
has
things a
their
little
like
different
kind
with
of
the
V.
collars. But just to put my score out there, this is Strat 5. I don't need to go into more of the details. But what I will say here is so as we're looking at this kit right here, I do want to say check out my interview with Taylor Thomas um, of Sioux Falls City. She's a player, and she was also the one who kind of helped come up with the design and end up pushing this one through. It's basically almost like a player inspired kit, which was a really cool story. And the idea here of this kit, again, I fully emphasize you check out the interview with Taylor. It was a fun one. Is that the idea of this kit is everyone has a different pathway that they take, and that's why there are different scribbles, there's different types of lines, there's different colors. Everyone's at a different point at any given moment. And this is kind of emblematic of their mission, as they are saying it, to, well, bring everybody together and celebrate where they are now and celebrate where they've been and where they're going. And this kit is kind of a nod to that pathway that everyone has taken to get to the moment they're at here today, and how crazy it all is. Some people did a loop de loops, some people have done 360 no scopes or whatever you want to call it. And we are all here today representing, in this case, for Sioux Falls City, representing their city, their club. And I love that messaging. I love that idea. There's even a few Taylor Swift um, Easter
Oh,
eggs thrown in
nice.
here because Taylor is a Swiftie. So she had to throw in a little bit of some Easter eggs into here as well. And I love that little bit of playfulness that this is because at the end of the day, it's supposed to be fun. And this is. So that's why it's perfect for me. It just means so much to the people there on the team, the culture that it's done and set up. And this is just a fun vibes kit that I must have. So yes, I
And
got granted.
yeah, no, good. Because I agree with your rant. Because it's a perfect vibe for me as well. There's nothing I can, I don't know, discredit about this kit. Obviously, you can see my score there at the bottom as well.
Yeah.
Uh, it's it's a perfect kit. It's fun. It's interesting. It tells a story,
Mm-hmm.
and it's what we are about here at Kid Season.
Yeah.
So this is definitely something that I hope to have my hands on one day, and and actually listen to your interview. I was sad that I couldn't be a part of the interview like I normally am, but I listened to it on my way to Kentucky, and it was really good to hear all the different like little nods and shout outs throughout it. And
Yeah.
it's just cool too that like you said, like it's designed by a player.
That's cool.
I think that's cool. Like I feel
That
like
that's a new twist to me.
right. Because I mean there's something about athletes because they are creatives.
Yeah.
Like when you see Vinny Jr. playing, like and he's just weaving throughout everybody, like you never see what his mind is going to do, and it just doesn't make sense. It's because he is a creative. So when we have these creatives, they want to be creative in other places. You see the NBA and how many people want to be rappers. You see Shaquille O'Neal and all that stuff. Like, but
Or people like us who may not be creative in some ways, but we're creative in trying to provide a platform for people. You know, we all have
exactly,
our avenue to be creative, right?
exactly. We all have our purpose and our way to have our creativity shown. And I
Yeah.
feel like this team allowed a player to do what she does best.
Yeah.
Maybe not best, but she really likes to do, and got to show off her skills and her
Yeah.
ability that might not have been celebrated prior.
What? Yeah, I would also say when we get into the kit here a little bit, I like the black cuffs and collar. It really ties it all together because the shirt in itself is all over the place. But with the collar and the cuffs being that black, it's a nice contrast. Thanks, Austin, for this lingo, by the way. That really keeps your eyes centered on what's going on, and you don't go wandering off. So I think this kit just looks beautiful. Belongs in our fives club that we've. I think how many are we at now? Our 16th fives club member. So this kit is
16th.
16th.
Oh, but
Yes.
that's in 4 years, right?
Yeah, in 4 years. In
Okay,
four
yeah.
years. So it's about 4 year at this clip. But what I want to highlight here, besides what this kit means, and also check on my interview with them. No, this is not. I was not persuaded because of the interview. No, this kit is just a fun vibe kit, and this is why I wanted to do the interview. This kit is $59.
Right.
They're gonna look good. It's Capelli. They're good quality. I want to see more from Capelli, anyways. And it's 59 bucks. It's solid, and this means it has an astounding kit value of 84.75.
Yeah, what's our kit value? Is that number one now?
Shut up. I'll check. The absolute highest is, yeah, it's this kit right here. The closest we had
That's like,
before was a 77 and 79.
is that St. Louis?
We'll check it out. I'll check it out here. But no, this is a very good value. It was a St. Louis ambush with a 77, and then Lane United, that wetlands tip we did a few weeks back.
Yeah.
That was a 79 because they were 50 bucks each. So for when it comes to kit value, this is a good kit that will look good. And I can guarantee you people are going to look, and this will be a great one for your collection. So,
Yeah, this is something that any collector will like. Again, like this is for the modern collector. I feel like the Triumph one that we were just looking at
it's a
is
retro collector.
it's for that
Yeah.
retro collector who likes modern. This one's
Right.
for a modern, and I feel like that's us.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm slowly getting more into retro kits. I think that's because I spend a lot of my free time on classic football kits.
Yes. Also,
Or
you're
classic
getting
football
older,
shirts.
and your
I'm
and
getting
your
old
tastes
and grumpy.
are getting more. What you liked when you were younger is now retro.
Well, I feel like that's kind of this though. This is giving me a '90s graffiti vibe.
Yeah, and that's coming back, honestly, some of those 80s, 90s, like fun color vibes. Because that's
Yeah.
what y'all are, that age group is now the ones running these clubs.
Us fun kids from the late 1900s.
Right. Hey, I'm barely in it. I'm barely in the 1900s. But no, um, this kit is honestly really cool. I just wanted to give another massive shout out to the good people at Sioux Falls City for allowing me to do this interview, and Joel on Blue Sky for getting me connected with them and getting this all set up because it was a fun conversation. This is a cool kit. I'm so glad they finally joined the W. So,
Right.